Carter. I'm with the Saskatchewan Mining Association. I'm training as a geologist. I have trained as a geologist, and just later in my career, I got into the education side of working with students, and I really love doing the kind of work that I do now, developing lesson plans to work with students in the classroom to teach students about earth sciences. I'd like to recognize that I'm speaking with you today from Treaty 4 territory, and it is the original lands of the Cree, Ojibwe, Saulteaux, Dakota, Nakota, Lakota, and on the homeland of the Métis Nation. So I'm with the Saskatchewan Mining Association, and we represent over 45 different mining companies. And it's exciting to be a part of this today because of so many of the speakers before me have presented different opportunities for professional training, for apprenticeship, for starting your own business, to work, to do a job that you love. And all of these jobs, all of these careers that you could think of, many of them you can do while working for a mining company. And you've probably heard of a lot of these companies, Nutrien, Mosaic, Westmoreland, Rio Tinto, Next Gen Energy is big as well. They are doing a lot of exploration right now. We have over 23 operating mines in the province and some pretty fantastic geology, a very skilled and trained labor force, and strict safety regulations in the industry as well, and environmental regulations. It's just strictly controlled by the federal and provincial regulations. Just looking at the province as a whole and looking at the different resources that are mined, you can maybe get an eye on the map there a little bit and see, well, where do I live and what's mined around me? But definitely the yellow patch up there in the north of the province are the uranium deposits in the Athabasca Basin, which are the world's largest deposit of the highest grade uranium. So that's like, we are a global leader in uranium production, which is used for clean energy. And another, in the south, that pink swath of potash, we are the #1 producer of potash in the world. And potash is essential for a fertilizer, so it is shipped to the coast by train from here and then all over the world to feed the world. So you should be pretty proud that the province you live in, even up there in the north with gold and the rare earth elements that are mined up in the Athabasca Basin, that they are helping, they're helping other Canadians, helping the world. And why do we mine? Just looking at some of the resources that we mine in the province, with uranium being one of the main ones. We use it to produce clean energy. The rare earth elements and gold are in our devices, our smartphones, our computers that we're using here today to hold this kind of event. There's so many of these items. Well, all of these items are the raw material that change our lives, and they're going to continue to be used for the future. The mining industry is a strong industry because we're producing the raw materials to build things that help make our lives better. So looking at the career opportunities that there are in the industry as a whole, there are over 120 different options of different trades, different jobs that you could do in the industry. And so let's just try to focus in a few on those, because there's so many, just like Paul was saying before me, just to name a few of the opportunities that you could do working in the mining industry. If you would like to work with people, you could get into the human resources side of things. You could be a communities representative, where you go into communities and talk to people who live there, and you work between the mining company and the communities to help keep everybody happy and moving forward in a strong relationship. There are chemical engineers, mechanical engineers, geologists, environmental scientists are becoming more and more important. even in the last 5 years, water scientists, because so much, if anybody wants to do any kind of exploration, any mining company or exploration company, they have to do environmental assessments at every stage. And that's a huge important factor in building a mine is environmental protection. Right now in the industry, there's over 12,000 people in Saskatchewan who are in the industry. They're employed by the mining sector. And that means wages that are paid out are 1.4 billion every year paid out to people working in mining and in the service industries that help the mining industry. So I just wanted to take a few minutes here to look at a few people who are working currently in Saskatchewan in the mining industry, just to kind of, this is just a snapshot of some of the people. If you were to go visit a mine, and I'm just hoping maybe you might see a little bit of yourself in some of these people to say, hey, yeah, I like science, or, I think I could see myself working in a lab like Tiffany Maurice. She grew up in Beauval, and she works now for Orano, Canada. And she works as a she took the chemical technology program in power engineering at Sask Poly to become a laboratory technician. And she loves going to work every day because in high school, she loved to do chemistry and math. And so now she gets to combine that into her job every day. And she says that going forward, she would recommend to people to take Chem 30 and physics in grade 12. She felt like physics might have prepared her a little better for this position too. She went to Sask Poly, but these programs are also available through Northlands College to get the training in a laboratory technician. Rene Laur from the Cowessess First Nation, he works now for the Mosaic Company as a hoist operator. And we'll see a little bit later what some of these careers earn, their salaries. And Rene went to, where did he go? He got his grade 12, and then he went to the SIIT and the Gabriel Dumont Institute to follow his training. And it's also available at Sask Poly as well to become a hoist operator. And he really likes that every day is a little different in his job. He's on his feet all the time. He takes a lot of safety training courses, and he's just a happy guy. Shaden Klein from La Loche, Saskatchewan, had a little bit of a different path. She's now a geological technician, but she didn't start off that way. She was taking a bachelor's of Indigenous studies, and then she went to U of S to take some a biomedical course that she thought she was interested in, and happened to pick up a geology course while she was there. And then through that course, got a summer job from Next Gen Energy in up north. And then she was later hired on. When she graduated, she got a job working with Next Gen that came from a summer job. Terry Byrd, he's been working as a business administration, Indigenous relations manager, but he got originally his business administration diploma from through Sask Poly. He works with K+S. And he's had a lot of different jobs through his career with K+S, moving around a lot. He's been with them for 20 years, but in many different positions. Derek works as an instrumentation technologist with Nutrien. I'm just going to keep going here just for time. I wanted you to have a look at this screen here to just kind of see some of the careers we were talking about there. Up at the top, the safety, environment, and health professions. There's a salary range there. The range on the left is the starting for when you're first starting in your career, and then as you get more experience, it goes. It raises every year. And these are on our website too. I can leave the links for this to these to these cards that you can go and find the links. Again, the green link in the middle, if you were to scan that right now with your phone, that would lead you to a page on our website that has a lot of the cards I was showing you there. You can read about different people and in the mining industry and their paths that they took to get there, their education requirements, and there's also a little bit, they talk a little bit about what they like about their job and what they find exciting. So that's what I had to show you today, and I just didn't know if anybody had any questions. And if on the left-hand side, there are, if you are looking for a job right now, if you're a job seeker, that one will take you to a link of all of our companies that are their career pages where they have their jobs posted right there. And on the right-hand side, any industry facts, if you want to learn more about the mining industry in general in Saskatchewan and the health and safety part of it, that you can learn from there. Well, thank you very much for having me today.
Thank you so much, Lynn. I really appreciate having Sask Mining and having yourself come and present with us. Does anybody have any questions for Sask Mining? If not, we will move on. Thank you so much, Lynn. I really appreciate having you here. And we're going to move on now to Service Canada. Ron Coop is here with us today. So Ron, if you want to